Hey everyone, Dylan here, and my plan is hopefully upload this last in my catch-ups, but if this uploads before the other one, hi, how are you? You had a good time? Anyway, sorry, that was so weird. This will be for the Raw of December 27th. Starts with the show opener, and then they welcome you to the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. And then RKBro comes out as commentary plugs what's happening later on tonight. Riddle tries to get Randy to read a Christmas card, but Randy's very hateful about it. Bitter Randy. Same story as always. They do their normal stick about Riddle just doing whatever funny bit, and Orton just wanted to get straight into business, be serious about it, whatever. He then says he'll take on Otis later on tonight. They then do a replay on last week, well, at that time last week's Raw, which has a review up on here, I think. So if you want to watch what's 24 minus 7, that's 20, 19, 18, 17. The December 17th review, if it's up on this channel, hey, there you go. To get updated on that. Anyway, Riddle runs down Otis for being larger until their Alpha Academy's music hits, and then they come out basically and say they're going to win, Otis will destroy Randy tonight, blah, blah, blah. You know how this goes. Except Riddle apparently wants to take on Otis, and Gable runs down to the ring and accepts the challenge. Oh, by the way, Gable's going against Orton. Also, congrats on getting your Masters, Gable, with a 4.0 if that's shoot. That's pretty freaking impressive. Anyways, after the ad, they have a match that ends with Riddle winning and then getting rolled over by Otis, basically, as we go into Otis versus Orton after the ad, which that match ends with Randy winning against Otis with an RKO eventually. So I'm glad that story paid off. Riddle then celebrates with Randy, and Randy gives him... Riddle extends a hug to Randy like, hey bro, give me one, and then Randy gives him not one but two, and then they replay the match between the former challengers and the champs as we get a promo from Kevin Owens. I'm talking about WWE title apparently. Sorry, I didn't write it down because I was half paying attention to this show whenever I did this originally. Anyway, we get a promo from Kevin Owens saying basically that come the pay-per-view, no one including his partner is safe from him, and that at the pay-per-view he'll walk out the champion, but in Kevin Owens' way where it's entertaining and actually worth paying attention to. Then they play for the title match at day one. Wow, it really shows how far behind I am, huh? And then they show a preview for Reigns and Heyman, how they did the whole him getting fired angle like last week at the time, I think. The review for that's up here too. Just look for Paul's face and a title. I don't want to do math anymore. Anyway, we get a plug for a match with the Street Profits against the Mysterios, which happens after an ad, and that ends up, the Street Profits end up advancing in the tournament. The Miz gets ready for his vow renewals, apparently, and the secret ceremonier, I guess that's a word, is Eric Bischoff. And then we go to the break. Come back, and Rollins calls out Kevin for taking all the credit, but then he's like, it's fine, whatever. Kevin can take all the credit, and Rollins will take the title at the pay-per-view. Then we go to the ring, and it's Kevin Owens in the ring. He's talking, and he says basically he's going to win the title at day one. Then MVP comes out, and Kevin... What? Oh, and gives Kevin credit, saying that he should watch out for Lashley, though. The former Hurt Business members come out, and they want to fight Kevin, so we have a match with him. So their whole thing is that they wanted to impress Lashley, and MVP was like, the way to impress Lashley is to win. So what do? They end up losing. Then Cedric ends up losing to Kevin, and MVP eats a stunner just cause he's there. Then we get a replay of the Dolph and Priest stuff from like last week or at the time. And then they do basically a rematch. Before that rematch, they did a promo of Damian explaining Damian and the evil half of him. Ooh, woo. Anyways, they have a match for the title. Ends up with Priest retaining by count out. Because who really cares about champions, huh? Anyway, we get a recap of what happened between the Miz's and the Edges, and then we get a wedding vow renewal, and minus Bischoff coming out. I skipped all of this basically until Edge comes out, gives a little like promo thing, and then gives them the brood bath, and it popped me, except for the two little things, if you don't mind me saying. I wish instead of the brood bath, I get it, it's the PG era, so I'm not going to preach on this too much. But I wish they actually used, like, the fake blood again. It would look so much cooler. And how come this time, unlike last time, they got rid of, like, the backwards talking thing? Like, you know, if you've seen a brood bath or the blood bath by the brood in the Attitude Era, you know what I'm talking about. The, like, and then the blood pours. Just like that, too. Anyway, that's how the show ends. It fades to black. This episode sucked except for the ending. I'll see you guys later on. There'll be a couple other reviews. I'm going to explain it better. If you watch whenever it gets uploaded, if you watch the January, I believe 10th, is that the current week we're on? No, sorry. If you watch the January 17th or 18th episode, whichever, 17th, there we go. If you watch that episode, it'll explain our schedule better, what's going on, why I've been gone, etc., etc. Anyways, bye. See you then.